moving on. World Baseball Classic. Chase, this is the first real competitive baseball you'll get to see this year. World Baseball Classic. It's like the Olympics of baseball every 4 years. It's been a while though. It's been 5 years now because of COVID. But the one thing I like about the WBC, not only is it like super teams you're seeing, but also when I'm looking through these rosters, it's the coaches. Like they bring back like ex and MLB players to coach. And I'll show that here on my screen. I'm going to share my screen. I have the rosters, and we can whatever you can tell me what y'all
Can I go
want to
ahead
look
and
at.
say? Can I just go ahead and say something?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico has the best coach out of all these teams. That's just factual.
I'm also going to say this: there's a storm brewing outside. So if I go away, sorry, boys.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. So I was looking at these teams. I don't feel like Australia is worth talking about. No offense. I think Canada's the first team to really talk about. So if you see any players, I'm going to highlight some players that MLB guys that are notable. If you guys want to talk about the team in general, feel free to do so.
One.
Matt Brash, obviously.
Matt Brash, yeah.
Oh,
Matt
I'm
Brash.
good.
John Axford used to play for the Brewers. I remember it as a younger kid. Players like Nick Pivetta, Cal Quantrill, Bo Naylor, back third string catcher for the Indians.
There's
Freddie Freeman.
There's two good players on this team.
Freddie
Freeman
Freeman
and Bro Neal.
Why is he playing
Also-
for Canada?
Otto Lopez is one of the top prospects from the Blue Jays.
Who else,
Abraham.
Kendall?
Abraham Toro's not bad.
Oh, I heard one good
Wait,
player
why is
there.
Freddie Freeman playing for Canada?
So that is one thing about the World Baseball Classic you'll see, Chase, is that you do not technically have to play for your country of origin.
His mom is from
Yeah.
Canada, and
There's a lot of
his
there's a
mom
lot of
passed
players
away.
from the U.S. that are playing for Brazil, like Israel, for example.
Didn't Freddie play for Canada
Kid-
last time, too?
Yeah,
Yes.
Freddie's mom is from Canada, and she is no longer with us. So he.
So
plays
usually
for
there's
Canada.
some sort of connection. Some people play for Israel because of their faith. Some people play because they have ties back home to Israel. But it is not one of those things where it is like in other sports where if you were born in the U.S., you have to play for the U.S. You can make the designation beforehand.
What's their
Like-
outfield looking like?
So their outfield's kind of Bonds.
Not really. They
O'Neal.
have Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah, they got one.
So they got,
But I like their. I like.
they got
they got.
they got Jacob Robinson or whatever his name was.
Yeah, they got Larry
Oh.
Walker as their first base coach. I think that's funny. Cal Quantrill, I'm guessing that's Cal's dad, is the bullpen coach. Russell Martin,
Paul Control.
Paul. Russell Martin's a fucking coach. That's badass. I love Russell Martin, former Yankee player. I don't know who the hell Ernie Wood is, but yeah, this team I don't think is going to be like crazy good, but one of the more notable rosters out of some of the second tier teams. I don't know if y'all want to look at China.
Nah,
we don't have to.
There's no point. I don't know
Yeah.
anybody on there.
Zingqi. I mean, he's got a face picture, so he has to be at least decent.
All of them are going to be decent. What?
Yeah,
That's what they
only
wake
have,
up and do every day.
They only have 2 coaches, so that says a lot. Chinese Colombia. Do we want to look at Colombia?
No. Cuba.
See if there's any notable players.
There's a couple.
Jose Quintana, Julio Teheran, Jorge Alfaro behind the plate, Donovan Solano, on base machine, Gio Urshela.
Evan Mendoza.
They need another outfielder.
No, they're good.
Edgar Renteria is the assistant coach.
Yeah, I know him.
Orlando Cabrera. That's kind of cool. So, and then moving on from there, we'll go to Cuba. It's a lot of big time players on this team. Looking through the pitching staff, it's a little lackluster, to be honest.
Where do you see a lot of big time players on this team?
Yeah, I'm gonna retract that statement. Yohan Moncada is a big time player.
I seen him play in the minors in single A.
Yoenis Cespedes used to be a big time player. Okay, this team sucks. Luis Robert is a big time guy. Honestly expected more talent than I'm looking at. This is the first time I've seen this roster. No really notable coaches that I can see.
There's about 4 powerhouses in this tournament.
yeah,
It's the USA, Puerto Rico, Dominican
DR,
Republic, and Japan.
Venezuela, and Japan.
And
There's
Venezuela ain't really that relevant, honestly.
But the thing is, though, is the DR, Venezuela, U.S., and
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico are all on the same side of the bracket, aren't they not?
Yeah,
They're-
but only one. The USA is probably going to come out on their
No
pool.
shit, their
And
pool sucks.
I know.
Dominican,
But
Puerto Rico,
Dominican,
Venezuela
Puerto
are all in the
Rico,
same
and
pool.
yeah, they're all in the same
Only
pool.
only two's coming out. So
No,
We'll go to
only
DR.
Yeah, only one
Only
is
two.
coming out of
No, there's two.
only
two comes
there's
out.
2 out of each pool.
that. Oh, thought it was one.
No,
No,
it's
it's
2.
two. We'll play. We will play first round, the runner up from that side. So it'll either be Puerto Rico or Dominican first round.
Henny Cabrera, he's a dog.
Danny Alcantara, obviously very notable. Johnny Cueto, Emi Garcia's not. Christian Javier, he's no longer playing.
Camilo Duvall, he's good.
Jose Leclerc, Rafael Montero, Hector Neris, Gregory Soto, Cesar Valdez. So their bullpen's not bad either. I'm going to guess Gregory Soto is going to be the closer.
Yeah,
And then you got Francisco Meja and Gary Sanchez at catcher. Francisco Mejas is asshole, and Gary
So is
Sanchez
Gary.
is not great either. They defensively they're not good at catcher. Gary Sanchez can't hit the ball far, so I'm going to assume he's going to be the starter. Willie Adames, Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, Rafael Devers, Wander Franco, Vladimir Guerrero, Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena, Gene Segura.
Wow, that's a team right there.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say this. There's not a hole in that lineup here.
No, I don't even think Robinson Cano will start. I don't think Nelson will either, unless he plays DH. I don't know why
I know all those
Robinson
people.
Cano's on this. Yeah, it's a big team.
Dogs.
Yeah.
I think around the diamond you got to go Rafi Wander, or no, you got to go Manny.
I was about to say, what are you doing?
But yeah.
No, okay, damn, this is tough because Jeremy Pena was World
It's
Series
easy.
MVP.
It's Manny,
What?
Jeremy
Rafi.
Pena. No, Rafi's DH. It's going to
Rafi
be
will
Manny,
DH.
Jeremy Pena, Ketel Marte,
Ketel Marte,
and Vlad
Vladdy.
Jr.
And then I could also see Gene Segura getting some playing time too.
He might, but he ain't going to get any playing time over Ketel Marte.
Teoscar Hernandez, Eloy Jimenez, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto. Great.
Oh my
outfield.
God.
Teoscar, J-Rod, Soto.
We're not going to start Eloy.
This is a team.
No, Eloy will
This is
for
a
sure.
squad.
Eloy
dude.
will for sure be the one coming off the bench there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Absolute squad.
It's a stacked squad. This is obviously one of the favorites to win, along with us.
It's not.
The US.
It's not
This is like
one
half
of the,
my
this
Diamond
is the
Dynasty team.
favorite.
I will say one of the things that is hurting them is arguably their second best starter, Christian Javier, won't be playing in the WBC.
Did
That's a big
Luis
thing.
Castillo pull out of it?
Yes.
Oh wow, they got
two.
2 major hits to their rotation.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So they're very
Brian-
very similar to us.
yeah, they're struggling in the pitching department. Honestly, they might even be they're top heavy pitching wise.
They got Sandy.
not as good as ours either. Yeah, they got Sandy. That's the Miami Marlins. You can go a long way with just one pitcher.
Let's look at Japan.
I want to look at Israel real quick, just because there are some MLB guys that are
Harrison
playing
Bader. That's why you want to
Israel.
look at it.
So
Tommy
Dean
Edmonds on it,
Kramer.
too.
Dean Kramer.
Dean Kramer's playing for Israel. Let's see who else.
Dean Kramer's not even at their camp. He's at Oriole camp right now.
Danny Valencia, Alex Dickerson, Jock Peterson are playing for Israel.
I think I'm very sure that Harrison Bader is.
I don't know. Ian Kinsler's the manager. That's kind of funny. And Brad Osmus
Kevin
is the bench
Youkilis.
coach. Kevin Youkilis is the hitting coach. I think this is funny to me because Brad Osmus was an MLB manager, and they have Ian Kinsler as the manager, which is funny.
Kendall, you know that they don't have their separate camps, right?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
So-
no, they're
so
gonna.
it means
So the Orioles guys, if they're playing Israel or whatever, they're gonna be leaving probably late February, and then Team USA guys are leaving March 5th and 6th. Either of those 2 days. I
didn't know
saw
that.
today. That's whenever they're leaving. Yeah. So
Okay.
they'll play for they'll play spring training for a month.
This is the
Just
first
about.
World Baseball Classic that I've been into. So
Yeah, me as well. Japan.
Use pitching.
Use pitching.
no, you's pitching.
You is pitching.
No, you is pitching.
Trying to think of some guy.
Ah.
Two-way players. They just had to do this for Shohei. You know, a lot of these guys are not going to be. You're not going to know who they are, but
We
like
need
to
to
stop
stop
with
the
but
outfielders.
they rake.
But yeah, I mean, Japanese players are always noted to be good. Lars Nootbaar,
Lars.
Masaka Yoshida. Where's what's his name at?
He's making history, boys.
Is
I just
Koda
want y'all to
Senga not
realize
playing?
that. No.
That's
Alright.
weird. So yeah, and then you know who should be on this fucking Hideki Matsui
Matsui.
should be on there.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe even Masahiro Tanaka's pitch coach. Let's
Look
look at
at
Mexico, just cause. Luis Cesa, Giovanni Gallegos, Oliver Perez, he's old as hell. Jojo Romero, Patrick Sandoval, Julio Urias, Jose Urquidy,
JoJo Romero's pitching for them?
Taiwan Walker. They got a decent pitching staff.
they do have a decent pitching rotation.
Like Julio, Jose, Patrick Sandoval. That's not a bad three right there. And then like Luis Cesa will come out of the pen. Austin Barnes and Alejandro Kirk at catcher. Isaac Paradis, that guy from the Cleveland that we use in freaking
Paredes.
yeah, we use him all the time in fucking co-op. Roddy Telez, Luis Urias, Randy Rosarina, Jalen Duran, Alec Thomas, or it's Alec Tomas, I think is how I pronounce it, Alex Verdugo. They don't have a bad team.
Pretty good. Team.
They're in our pool, are they not?
Yeah, it's
Them or
USA
Canada will be
schools,
runner-up.
USA, Canada, Mexico, and Great Britain.
So it'll essentially be them and
Great
Canada
Britain.
fighting for that buck.
They got a team.
Yeah, they do have a team. Let's see if there's anybody notable.
No, there's not.
Nobody.
No, there's not.
I'm just trying to see if I know a single person right now.
There's
And
a
I-
few prospects on there.
Don't. Okay. So Great Britain, y'all are fucked. So we're just at Mexico.
Let's go to the
We're
greatest
gonna beat
country.
the US of A, baby.
Oh, wait.
Puerto
Nicaragua.
Rico.
You always got to look at these teams. Jonathan Loaiza, Johnny fucking Lasagna's on the damn squad. He's going to be holding that bullpen down. A lot of
This
these
team
guys
is
look like
ass.
they're natural born. A lot of these guys look like they're natural guys. Like they're
Team's
from
ass.
Nicaragua. Panama. Let's see if there's anybody here.
They have pictures at least.
Von Herrera.
Yeah, Von Herrera's
Luis
good, bub.
Castillo, but not the Luis Castillo. Yeah. So their team's pretty bad. Puerto Rico. Jose Barrios, who God knows what version of Jose Barrios they'll get. Edwin Diaz, Trumpet Boy. Jorge Lopez. Victor
Elliot
Santiago, Marcus Stroman. MJ Melendez and Christian Vasquez at catcher.
That ain't bad at all. Martin Maldonado ain't terrible either.
Yeah, that's probably the best catching room out of any team, other than the U.S. probably. Javi Baez, Edwin Diaz. It's not the trumpet, Edwin Diaz. Francisco
Kike.
Lindor, Kike Hernandez, Jose Miranda, Manuel Rivera, Henry Ramos, Eddie Rosario, and Nelson Velasquez. So their outfield's rough, but
Hey, look at that manager right there.
Yadier Molina.
He,
Of course, they got the good, and Jose's the manager, first base coach. What
yeah.
the fuck's Benji?
Benji's
Benji?
probably sitting at home drinking some.
Coronas?
Probably.
Probably some kind of actual like. Dude, I'm be sitting home drinking fucking Bush. I think MJ Melendez can play. It was either first base or a corner outfield.
Both.
So they might have him play corner outfield spot. just because out of need. Kike, can't he play center?
Yes. Kike can
So
play the outfield.
it'll
Kike can
probably
play
be-
anywhere, really.
It'll probably be MJ, Kike, and Eddie Rosario in the outfield. Possibly. Unless they just need him to play somewhere else. Because I think Christian Vasquez will be the starter. And then obviously Martin Maldonado could also back him up. So moving on to US of A.
The greatest
So-
country ever.
The one good thing about our country this year that we're bringing to the World Baseball Classic is a great fucking bullpen. David Bednar, Daniel Bard, Kyle Freeland. You got Adam Ottavino. I don't even know if he'll pitch. Ryan Presley. Devin
Kendall
Williams.
Graveman. Kendall
Kendall
Graveman's
Graveman.
good.
And then some of these starter guys that you're normally seeing, probably Brady Singer will come out of the bullpen. The starters will probably be
Kershaw, Wayno, Michaelis,
uh,
Lance Lynn, and who's the other one?
Merrill Kelly.
Yes.
So is this like a best of 3 type deal, or
You
No.
play everybody in your pool once based
Once.
off record. Based off your record, there'll be a pool winner, a pool runner up, 2 from each
like,
pool go.
like the World Cup?
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
there's
And then it goes
an 8-team tournament, single elimination.
So,
so essentially the World Cup.
oh,
Just
so
less
it's just,
teams.
okay.
There's no
the
series.
style of the tournament's the same. Catchers, you got Higgy to catch the bullpen guys. JT Realmuto and Will Smith. That's a great catching duo.
You're
Pete
missing,
Alonso,
you're missing the number one catcher in the league now.
Hadley.
Yeah,
That's not correct. But
that
it
is
is correct.
correct.
It is correct.
JT
It was
Realmuto.
Up
JT
until this year.
Realmuto is the best catcher in the MLB, and
It's
I'm just
Hadley.
gonna move on. Pete
Sadly.
Alonso, Tim Anderson, Nolan, Paul Goldschmidt, Trey Turner, Bobby Witt. So
Name
You're
a
looking
better
at Goldie
corner
start-
infield.
yeah,
Can't.
Goldie and Nolan. You really, it's hard to unless Manny was starting for the U.S. Then it might be a little better.
Facts.
Is that
So
the old picture of Paul Goldschmidt?
Yeah, that's whenever he
Yeah.
first played for him.
Is that
So-
an old picture of Nolan too?
yeah, Bobby Witt looks older in those pictures than they
Damn.
do. So you're probably looking at Pete DHing,
Schwarber
and then
against righties.
yeah, and then Nolan third, Trey Turner. Oh no, probably
I think they're going to put
Short.
Trey at second and Tim Anderson at
Yeah,
short. I think
Tim
they'll
at
play
short,
Tim Anderson
Trey-
over Bobby
Trey at
Witt.
second, and then Goldie at first. Outfielders, I don't know why Jeff McNeil's listed out here because then he plays second base.
He plays both.
He can play the outfield.
I thought he played
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I mean he does, but I mean I think for the Mets he starts at second base.
Look at that third guy right there. That's the best
I
player
think-
on the damn team.
I think the best outfield, in all honesty, would be Cedric and left, Trout and center, Mookie and right. Because you're going to
Hey,
have
if
a
you're
lot
wanting-
of ground coverage.
I was
you
going
want-
to say
yeah.
those are the right 3. I would put personally Seti in center and just put Trout in left, but I know it's Mike Trout who can play center field. So
It's going. I think also it's going to be Mookie, Mike, and Kyle Tucker. And
I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think that's what it should be.
I think Kyle Tucker's bat, especially this last year. I mean, obviously stuff can change, but if Kyle Tucker bats like he did this last year, he should be in the lineup. Dude's walk-up songs are awesome.
I just think he's overrated, and I think we could use a lot of speed out there because we have the bats. But
I also think too is you're going to see all these guys play. Even Jeff, I think they're going to play
all
him
of them
too.
are going to play.
I think the only one that might not play, well, I guess Bobby Witt will play, but I
Yeah.
think he'll play with one of the least. Him and Jeff McNeil probably get short end of the stick a lot.
Kyle
of times.
Higashioka sees the field. I'm going to leave.
Yeah, if Higgy sees the field, I'm going ape shit. 'Cause
We got
that means
Griffey as
we're
our
either
hitting
up-
coach.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we
so-
do.
I just love Mark DeRosa as the manager.
Brian
trying to be an
McCann.
MLB player.
Look
Brian
at
McCann,
the
bench
look at
coach.
the pitching coach.
King Griffey. Andy fucking Pettit, baby. That's a good ass pitching coach. That's a fucking successful ass man right there. One of the big 3. Fuck off. Well, dude's a fucking World Series
I'm
champion.
about to get rocked.
We might get rocked no matter who the pitching coach is. So that is one thing to think about is our pitching staff, even before they added Brady Singer to the mix, which he won't start. But out of Merrill Kelly, Clayton, Lance Lynn, Miles, and Adam Wainwright, We definitely have some finesse pitchers. One thing about finesse pitchers is, especially playing a team like the Dominican Republic, they can't find the strike zone early in counts. They might get rocked.
I think
you
don't have to worry about that from the Cardinals pitchers because they're taught very well.
Miles Mikolas, you don't know with him. He could be really good or he could be bad. I mean, I think Waino's going to pitch consistent the whole time, but let's not act like Miles Mikolas is fucking just this Mr. Consistency.
He has a nice mustache.
He might get hurt. He might get hurt.
He hasn't ever been like, is he going to pitch good today or not? He's been is he going to stay healthy guy? Because whenever he's on the field, he pitches well.
Same with Lance Lynn too. Lance Lynn's a stud when he's healthy.
All right, let's do finals predictions. Who beats who in the championship?
Well, I'll stop.
I don't fucking know.
Now.
I'll go. I'll start. The U.S. of A. is going to defeat Japan in the championship.
What's the score? We have to give our scores.
Like 7-6.
What the fuck? That'd be a weird ass game.
Give me the USA over Japan. 4-1.
I do have Japan making the final. My heart tells me the USA, but my mind tells me the DR. Just in a one-game series like that. If it was a multi-game series, I think the U.S. definitely has the obvious advantage. But like that DR lineup is insane, and they just need a pitcher to sit down the USA lineup twice, and then they can go to the pen. And same
They
with
may
the
not
US.
have to face Sandy though. That's the thing because if
it's
they win their
common.
pool, if they win their pool, we win our pool. We'll have to see them second round. They're going to throw Sandy first round.
Yeah. So if we do play Sandy, that'll be even worse. But I have the DR beating Japan 2-1 in the finals. But I'm rooting for Team USA. I just want to make a logical prediction.
Chase?
Fuck if I know. Give me Dominican Republic over Japan 2-1.
Me and Chase just agreed on something.
He did that on purpose.
I was expecting to see like Team Israel beats Venezuela.
Chase. Whenever you're learning baseball, just do me one favor from here on out. Just don't agree with a Yankees fan. Okay, just don't do it.
Right.
Just don't do
Don't
it.
Don't listen to Beer Ridge. He's fucking delusional. You think Adam Wainwright's the second coming of Jesus Christ?
Hey, let's get to our tournament here.